Welcome back to my channel. This is Scotty here coming to y'all. How y'all ladies and gentlemen out there doing today? Let's talk a little bit about what I do and how long have I really done this. I started young at the age of 13, but I didn't really get into it until I was about 14. You might as well say 13. I was learning how to do a lot of this stuff. It started way back before then. I was about 8 years old, 9 years old. I was almost 9. I started mowing people's yards, making a little extra money. Well, I did that for a few years. 13, I started learning a little bit about mechanical work. Not so much like working on cars and trucks and stuff, but I've always worked on lawn mowers and chainsaws and weed eaters. The weed eaters, just little basic stuff. If you got into anything serious on a weed eater, you might as well buy a brand new weed eater, because it's going to cost more to fix it than just going to buy a brand new weed eater. And that's the same way with some of the lawn mowers too, especially if it's push mowers. You know, just a regular single $100 push mower, you can turn around and go buy a brand new one for that price. And when I mean that, I mean, say $100 on a push mower, and the carburetor's all goomed up and stuff. And if that's the only thing that's wrong with it, you can spend $20 on a kit and $40 on somebody to rebuild it for you, or $30, $40, either way it goes. You're looking at $50 to $60 to rebuild a carburetor for a lawnmower that you can simply go to Walmart and pay $100 for and have all brand new stuff. That's just the way it is. So I started out as a mechanic working on small engine repairs at the age of, I started making money, well, started actually getting into it at 14. I was 13 years old, and I was still mowing a lot of yards, but I was trying to get out of mowing yards and start doing some small repair work. So I got into that. Got in a little bit of welding. I'm not an expert on welding, but I do some welding. I'm not the best or the greatest. Simple. I think everybody needs to learn how to weld at least a little bit, like me. I can get things done. So, when I was 14, I was getting out of yard work and getting in a lot more of the small engine work, because I was generating more small engine work. I even had some four-wheelers coming in, and a lot of three-wheelers, and then motorcycles were coming, and it just grew. Now, I would take my hard-earned money that I would make. My parents would take the money and put it up. And by the time I graduated high school, I pretty much paid my graduation. My parents didn't do the graduation for me. They didn't have the money, but I did. I had the money to pay for my graduation. Yeah, I'm tired, y'all. It's been a long day, a very long day. Been so cloudy out. It drizzled, but it ain't rained, but it has drizzled. So, but by the time by the time I graduated high school, I was making more money than my mama was, or my dad was doing at a regular full-time job, doing small engine work. When I got about 17, 18, I started doing the minor stuff, mechanical work on cars and pickup trucks, such as chain plug wires, the air filters, putting brakes on rotors, oil changes, transmission flush outs, and then I just grew, and I grew. And then next thing you know, I had enough money, and I went and bought this place that I'm in now over in Savannah, Tennessee. I work on a lot of different stuff out there. I work on anything from small engines to vehicles to dump trucks to semis to tractors to bulldozers. I do it all now. And I make real good money out of it. So that's one reason why y'all don't really see me doing a lot of videos in the daytime, even though that's what I need to be doing. I just don't have the time or the patience that I need to do this. I need to go by and buy me a GoPro or something that I can put on my hat or put it in my clip it on my shirt or something, like a wet body cam, so y'all can get a video of what I actually do all day long. I get there around 6 in the morning. I don't have to be there till 8. I open up at 8, but I usually get there around 6 o'clock, no later than 7, to, go in, start up the compressors, turn everything on, get everything booted up, go out and try to work on something, get something started so I can work on it while I'm waiting on customers to come in. And I usually don't get out of there, and I close my doors at 4, but I don't get out of there until around 6 at night. So 11 to 12-hour days in the shop, just working, doing this and doing that, mechanical works and stuff. So it's something that I like to do. You don't know everything about a vehicle. You still learn every day. Yeah. And one thing as far as farming goes, you can't address enough on how people do not lubricate their system. You've got to grease them up every day before starting, and twice a day if you run it hard. You run it hard. But every morning before you start that equipment up, you need to spend at least 30 to 1 hour going around and greasing everything. They did not put a grease fitting on that equipment for you to disobey, to ignore. I've seen globs and globs and globs of equipment comes in that doesn't get grease, or that they didn't know that grease fitting was there. They didn't know what kind of grease to put in it. They didn't know. They don't even own a grease gun. It's just like greasing a tractor up. It's like going out and buying a brand new car. You got to put gas in it to make that thing run. You've got to keep that gas in that car, just like tractor. You got to keep that grease in there. If you don't, it's gonna go bad. Well, I don't use my tractor every day. I may use it once a week still. Grease it. Because every 5 minutes that it runs on metal to metal, it wears and tears. Well, I thought there might have been grease in there from the factory. But there was probably from the factory. But you still got to do your part on greasing. You don't grease, guess what? You're looking at a lot of money, a lot of downtime. There's one guy on here that I give thumbs up. It's well, there's actually several of them out here, but one particular is channel One Lonely Farmer, Wesley Pandy. He greases his tractors up, bellers, every morning. He will tell you he does not start equipment up at all if it doesn't get grease. I feel for the man. I mean, I'm glad that he's actually smart and educated good enough to do what he does. I seen a video today where he just got a whole $10,000 worth of parts in that goes in a Chrome 1290 beller, square beller. He bought it right now. I think he's right at $10,000 on it. And before he's done with it, he said he may be up another $2,000 or $3,000 more. So, because he knows how hard he works his equipment. He knows the value a good running piece of equipment means more staying in the tractor and running and belling and all that good stuff. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't break down in the field. Yes, it will still break down in the field. But it has to break down on something that you didn't do wrong. I mean, he's changing the whole tire shebang out. And if he still had problems with it, then he's got serious trouble somewhere, and it's not just parts he just replaced. So that's a lot of money, but hey, $10,000 on just what he's got in that box to put in that beller. That is actually about that would actually run you up about $18,000 or $20,000 just to do what he's got in his shop in his hands to put in there right now. That's about $20,000 worth of parts and labor. What he's doing right there. So that's a lot of parts. So